First of all, this is why I believe this is why we have scriptures the way we have them. If you look at our epics, look at the Ramayana, look at the Mahabharata, they are full of struggle. Where did Bhagwan Ram deserve? What happened to him? Where did Sita Ma? Yesterday, what I had to go to Delhi for yesterday was Sita Nomi. And there was a very special inauguration of a Sita Katha. So where did Sita deserve what happened? Where did Bhagwan Ram deserve what happened? Where did Prahlad deserve what happened to him? Where did Bhagwan Krishna deserve the childhood that he had? And yet, in all of these cases, where did Dhruv deserve it? Right? Whoever you choose, pick any of these divine incarnations. And every one of them has a story of significantly greater struggle than what almost any of us has to go through in our lifetime. And I believe that we are given these to show us and teach us how to be resilient, how not to believe that just because we're a good person, suddenly that means that the universe is just going to bow at our feet and do whatever we say and love us and appreciate us. And the world is operating in its own karmic way. Somebody yelling at you, accusing you, okay. Well, at least it's not Kansa, right? I mean, at least they're not absolutely committed to killing you in whatever way necessary. So the first, and I think perhaps for many of us it becomes the first and the final step, is just realizing, okay, so this is just my challenge. And if being a good person, even being God on earth, right? I mean, however good we become, we can only strive to be like Bhagwan Ram or like Sita. I mean, they are the epitome of, right? I mean, forget the divinity of them. They are portrayed as the epitome of perfection. As a father, as a king, as a brother, as a son, as a wife, as a mother, as a queen. So we strive to live like them, but even being who they are, and then you add in being these divine incarnations. When there's that much struggle and strife. I mean, Sita Ma basically had almost nothing but struggle and strife. And I think that they're given to us on purpose to help us learn. I mean, it's not that she had to go through some karmic thing or that Bhagwan Ram had to go through, his Purane karma. They're here to teach us that, life is a battle. And whether it's the battle of Mahabharata, the battle of Lanka, or the battle of what's going on in your office place, or your family, or your own mind. But how do we live that? And so when you find yourself in a situation, as he said, someone's criticizing you, they're yelling, they're blaming. Well, so first of all, if you subscribe to the Hindu scriptures, think of that. If not, think of the life of Jesus Christ, right? Think of the life of Moses and the Jews. I mean, whatever your religion is, there's certainly no shortage of stories of the great masters, the leaders, the prophets, going through struggle and strife that, again, far surpasses our own. And then, if that's not enough, in many cases, hopefully that will be enough, but if it's not enough, recognize that the person who is doing this to you, think of them as a sick person. I don't mean that in a critical, judgmental way, but think literally as though they had a disease. Because to lose your temper like that is a dis-ease. It's a lack of ease. And then think about it as though someone who were sick were coughing and sneezing near you. Right? Now, obviously, you don't want to get sick. But you recognize that they're not coughing and sneezing in order to make you sick. It's just they can't help it because they're sick, so they're coughing and they're sneezing. In the same way, these people who are yelling, screaming, blaming, they've got a dis-ease inside, and it is coming out of them in words rather than in coughing. But it's the same thing. They're basically vomiting on you. It's like somebody ate something bad, you happen to stand too near to them, you get vomited on. Well, in the same way, when someone's got a dis-ease in the mind, it may not be food they're vomiting, it's emotions, it's words, it's that energy. But essentially, you have simply gotten too close to someone who is dis-eased. And of course, the first thing is to ask and to figure out, how quickly can I get out of this situation? Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you are sitting in an airplane, strapped in next to somebody who only once the plane takes off you realize is coughing and sneezing. What do? Well, you do whatever you can to protect yourself in that moment. And in that case, what do? You make sure your mask is on. You turn on the fan overhead. You turn your face the other way. When you land, you take a lot of vitamin C. Well, in this situation, how can you protect yourself, your emotional, mental, spiritual immunity? You breathe very deeply. You anchor yourself in the truth of yourself so that what someone is vomiting on you does not become your truth of yourself. And you very clearly work on your internal, emotional, psychological, mental, spiritual immunity. And you pray for this person because they are dis-eased. In the same way that, once you feel safe yourself, say a prayer for the guy next to you. He shouldn't be dying of COVID or TB or something horrible. Like, God, let it just be a, run-of-the-mill cold. Take care of the guy. So in the same way, you can pray for that person. Because if they're spewing it on you, it means that's what they've got inside. So take care of yourself, pray for them, and realize this is the scripture, the epic of your own life. It's your own war, you've got to fight it.